listening to the You Don't Know Me Yet podcast network.
Hey, you are tuned in to Two Gems and a Mic with hosts Tanisha the Diva Mahomes and Linda L.D. Dorsey. Just know, if we talking about it, you need to hear about it. Unwind and enjoy. Hey everybody, as we call it, the day after the long weekend, including the Monday with football. Welcome to the show. Two Gems and a Mic. I'm your girl LD, along with my girl Tanisha, the Diva Mahomes. What's up, Diva?
Hey, let's get it. I mean, it's been a good week. My team won. So it's always a
That's
good
all that
week.
matters.
Shit, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, you ought to be happy your team won.
My team lost.
I know they did. I was being funny. That's unnecessary roughness. Early.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I'm gonna let you
sorry.
slide with
Y'all
that.
got robbed.
We did, but we're gonna talk about that a little later
we're
in the
gonna
show.
get to it.
Let's recap. Let's talk about it. Right. Let's start off with the injury report.
Yeah, okay. So who you want to talk about? Who you want to talk about first? Let's talk about Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. I think his I mean, it hurt them during the game.
Yes, it did.
We can talk about the first two. So Christian McCaffrey, and I think I might have had, I put Josh Allen up there, but Christian McCaffrey, two of those on there, and Deebo Samuels. That hurt. I think that hurt the 49ers. Changed the whole game.
Let's talk about, we know now that's Brock Purdy's safety net.
Yes.
We know that now.
Yes.
Right? Is that fair to say? Is that fair to say?
Got no argument from me.
Okay, because we saw them boys getting after him, and he didn't have that dump off.
No.
We saw Myles Garrett out there doing some things. And not to say, and I will say this though, I was impressed with Brock Purdy, him trying to release it. He was reading things right, but they was after him. And
they was after him. But I was also impressed with what's his name, PJ.
Oh, so was I.
Yeah.
Considering the short amount of time that he's had to work with those guys, I think PJ Walker proved that he has a place in the NFL.
Yeah. We're gonna come back to that game. Let's keep going here on the injury report. Josh Allen, sore shoulder. Not sure when he injured it in the game, but right now they're saying day-to-day with that shoulder.
Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that that's that same shoulder arm that he got injured before? You know, he had a similar injury to that Brock Purdy situation. He had an injury like that. Remember when he went to throw it?
When he went to throw the ball once, and they caught him up in the shoulder. So it could be something that's nagging with him. They were getting after him or whatever. He worked. The Giants made him work. Wasn't an easy game, and maybe that was bothering him during the game. I think our defense was bothering him during the game. So
maybe it had something to do when he was out there fighting. When he was out there running up
when he threw that elbow.
when he went out there and threw it.
He did throw an elbow. He did run in there and got no flag. Like they didn't see that. He did it right in front of the official. That's the thing they got.
Right in front of it. Went out there like, here I am. I am 6'5". Don't play me.
Right.
Don't play with me. Yeah.
So he's out there on the injury report. Trevor Lawrence, his knee said it's sore. Yeah.
Yeah. It says I saw where it said that it's recovering better than they thought, and he thinks that he might be ready by
Thursday.
By Thursday.
So yeah, short week. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't want them pushing them young boys like that. You know,
if they really want to. I think if it's a bruise, but yeah, if it's any more than that, I don't think MRI or no structural damage or anything like that. They may just throw him out there. I mean, so many quarterbacks on this. Justin Fields is his non-throwing hand, so they're waiting to get an MRI. They had got X-rays. X-rays didn't show anything. Waiting to get an MRI. So
non-throwing, he out there. Get on out there.
Yeah, it bothered him enough where he was holding it, but you know him, he needs to do some things. But you think he'll be out there?
Scoot on out there.
Yeah,
you heard I say scoot. Get on back out there.
Garoppolo, I knew he wasn't gonna make it through the game the way he kept grimacing and grabbing that back.
He too pretty for that. Yeah.
What you say? He too what?
You too pretty.
Yeah, yeah. That
And
back,
we
that back was hurting, and now
that
you can't mess with a back.
dude, I'm gonna tell you something you can't play with is a back. I've had a back injury. That back will straighten you up quick. No, 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 no. You see, he tried to play through it, and then
He
he was
did.
like,
He did.
"Mm-mm." When you see him tighten up like this,
Or when you can't stand up straight, and you getting hit, you can't stand up straight. So he was like,
that back is a game changer.
Yeah, he was like, "No, I'm done. Let's call it quits for the night."
That back tell me 2 to 3 weeks. That's what a back tell me.
Baker Mayfield, they said he'll play through his. I think it was his hand. And same thing, he'll play through his. Ryan Tannehill's iffy with that ankle. You know how ankles goes,
You know how it is.
and he had to
You
be
know,
cleared off. So, yeah,
ankles are different.
poor results.
Ankles different. Ankles
Hmm.
mobility. That's different. You
Yep.
can't get away.
Damian
You mess
Harris, we
around.
expect him. When he went off the field, that was scary, but he did give the thumbs up. So expect
Oh
him to be
man.
out for a while. Yeah, that was scary.
I mean, I saw him when they moved that leg, and it reminded me of a boy from Pittsburgh,
Shazier.
Ryan. Yeah,
Yeah.
scared me a little bit when I saw that thumb. I was kind of like took a sigh of relief there. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. He was
prayers with
missing
him.
everything when he was at the hospital. So prayers up for him. Prayers up for all of them. I mean, these
Absolutely,
guys, as we know, it's just
risking their life all the
one hit
time.
away. One hit away. And
And
David
I saw that,
Montgomery
and you
going through it.
saw, they did a close up on the bench over there on the Bills bench, and
Yeah, Damar Hamlin.
Demar, he had tears in his eyes,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure you did. It flashed back.
shaking up. He was shaking up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So they do. They realize it. I guess that's one of the reasons too they ask for so much money, because they know I need some
yeah,
guaranteed money, because it's just
absolutely.
one hit and one hit away.
Yes.
The hit that you hope never comes. All right, let's jump into what happened last week.
Oh
These are
no
my
no
Go ahead.
no! You forgot the quarterback.
What quarterback?
Indy.
Oh, he was out last week, but I think they made a final decision, right? That he's going
Yeah,
to
I
do the
think he's going
surgery.
for the year. I think
Yeah,
he's going
he's
for the
gone
year.
for the year.
Yeah.
I think because they were deciding whether or not he should do the surgery now or wait. And I
Yeah,
think
he's
it's
done.
it's a
He's
decision to
done.
go ahead and do it now.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he's done.
yeah,
He's done.
Richardson is out, and that's you know what I'm a little. I mean, I want him to get better and do what he has to do, but I was excited to see what he could do because he was playing
I
well.
was too, but I don't want him to get out
Don't
there,
push through it.
mess something up. Hey, you young. We know that we saw the talent there. We saw this guy has a future. Go ahead and get what you. Same thing happened with Joe Burrows. Take care of yourself and come back. Let's see. Come back. Let's see that talent next year.
Yeah, and I
Let's
think and I
get
think
that
Indy
taken care of.
realizes, hey, we made the right decision. Let's get him healthy.
Let's get him. Yeah,
It was the
exactly.
right pick. We're gonna take care of him. He's gonna be here for a while.
Indy's in good shape,
Yeah,
so let's
yeah. Indy
let's
went
work
through it
that
because
out.
Luck played through a bunch of stuff he should have never played through, and that ended his career early.
Yes, it did.
So good for him. Good for the young man, and prayerfully for a good surgery.
Absolutely.
These were the two games that got me this week,
They got everybody. They got Vegas.
and I ain't just talking.
Everybody.
They got Vegas. Everybody else. I ain't just
They
talking
got
about
every,
the parlays.
yeah.
Let's start with the Jets. Let's start with the Jets in Philly.
I
What'd you
mean,
see?
I saw Zach Wilson saying, giving the bird to everybody. Y'all gonna stop putting me in the box. Zach Wilson, we had that discussion. I told y'all, and I said this. I said, everybody said he was trash. I said Zach Wilson is not trash. He just should have sat down. But Zach is at that point now where he's like, it's a sink or swim for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach is out there doing what he needs to do. He's not perfect, but he's doing enough. And
the defense they have a damn good defense.
That's what I was going to say. And that defense, when you got that defense playing behind you, that's kind of cleaning up the mistakes.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. So
yeah, and that coach, and they play without. I don't know. Most people realize they play without Sauce Gardner, one of their number one defensive players. He wasn't even in the game. But yeah, Robert Salah, he's defensive minded. That's how he was when he was at the 49ers. A good defensive coach. Because he gets excited about, if they do well. But when that defense does something, he's like pumped up, and the team feeds off of that. They played very well. It was a well played game. I don't know what was missing there on the Philly side.
and it's happened a couple times that Hertz has made some crucial, mistakes.
Hmm.
Some turnovers. I will give it to him. He stayed calm, but
He don't know
it
no other
hurts.
way, does he? The walk don't change, the face don't change, none of that changes.
No, but it reminds, that sort of melancholy is kind of reminds me of Romo. He did that a lot. He didn't make a mistake, and he would be stoic when he sat down. Eventually, fans kind of get a little tired of that. We'll see how, but that's his way.
Hmm.
It doesn't do any good, to go over there and panic. So
Yeah, get
hopefully,
animated and all that other stuff.
yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't do any good to do that.
no,
So
I
I I,
agree.
I like that about him,
I'm just
that he
wondering
doesn't.
what it is, what he wasn't seeing for him to throw three interceptions. I think he threw six last. What was it, 6 or 7 all of last year, or he's got
Well,
7 already this year, or whatever he had last year. But
I think I think people need to respect the defensive the defenses out there are stepping up their game. They're looking at the tape. You know what I'm saying? They're reading better. I mean, who we talking about? I mean, it's not just him. Look at all the quarterbacks are out there suffering this year. A lot of quarterbacks are throwing picks out there. I mean, like I said, Brock Purdy just got his first pick this year. I mean, it's different out there. These
mhm,
defenses out there doing their homework.
they are.
I don't know. Yeah,
I think they're doing a good job, even to the fact that he couldn't run. Jalen Hurts wasn't running on him a lot either. So his whole what you're used to seeing that if there was nothing downfield, he was gonna let it go, and he just couldn't let it go. And some guys dropped the ball because I mean Devontae Smith was very honest. I bleep myself. He said he can't drop the bleeping ball. So
mhm,
he was mad at himself. He was in the middle of the field, wide open,
true
hit
that.
him in his hands. So he's better than that. And some days you just have it,
Yeah.
and some days you don't. And the Jets had it. With that being said, it's like I mean this doesn't I'm not catapulting the
It's,
Jets to anything,
no,
but
it's one
it
game.
it get right. It's one game, but it gives them confidence.
Well, they got confidence when they played the heck out of the Chiefs. They got confidence then.
Mm,
And since then, they've been on a very, like, their trajectory has been on an upwards, climb. And I think that once give a team that sort of that and Robert Solid, like you said, they've been taking receipts for a minute. They
mhm.
said that a long time ago. And I mean, I'd almost be scared of them if if Aaron hadn't fallen out.
Well, they were
You
talking,
know,
yeah, and rightfully so, because they were talking about how many, starting with the Chiefs and all, how many interceptions they've had this year on good,
yeah,
solid quarterbacks. So that
absolutely.
defense, if that offense can pick, and they have the players on offense. They just need that quarterback to just keep
Yeah,
climbing, and they could do better.
yeah.
And I think they'll do better. But they ain't no Super Bowl bound. I don't.
This is
I mean,
not
Aaron
their
Rodgers
year.
is saying he'll be back for the playoffs. I doubt all that. But hey,
He's not going. He's a
wishful
he's.
thinking.
I saw that he was ahead of schedule, but like I said, it's not a miracle.
Right.
Miracle. I don't see that happening.
All right. Let's talk about the Browns. And I didn't put purposely did not put Philly up here, and I didn't put the 49ers up here. I felt like the Jets
That
and the Browns needed to stand
they
alone.
deserve. Yeah, they deserve their flowers. You did
Hmm.
the exact thing. Yeah. So let's talk about PJ Walker
Hmm.
doing enough. And like I said, this is a guy who um was thrust out there because last week it was the other gentleman.
Hmm.
Uh I
I can't
forget
think
his
of his
name.
name.
Yeah, D whatever. DRT or whatever it was. It was him. And this PJ got out there on what I would assume is very few snaps
Yeah, because
with
they
the
signed him to the practice squad a week ago, and then
uh
he's out there playing. Yeah.
yeah, and really did enough. I mean, he did enough as far as I'm concerned. There was clearly room for improvement. And if Deshaun is not out there, I saw that he maybe it looked like he was playing this week. But I mean, he went out there and played a good enough game. I mean, there were moments out there where he dropped some dimes where he needed to drop them.
Yeah, he
And
did.
that defense came through like Zorro. when he needed to. I mean, and it was after Purdy. And
Mhm.
then once McCaffrey and Debo, I mean, they had to go out there and they had to make some plays and they made it. So, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Brock, but that Browns defense is, to me, is one of the best. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. I'm still thinking Garrett is one of the best at his position that I've ever seen. I mean, this
Yeah.
dude arms are literally. It's like, I mean, that guy. He's like my
Yeah, he's
favorite. I
almost
can't
like a
vote,
freak of nature. Yeah,
dude.
he is. And I left Deshaun Watson off of the injury report, which he should have. I
Because
also
he's
left
back.
Daniel Jones on
Because
the uh,
he's actually he's projected to play, and
right.
so that's
Right. I know
why. I mean,
there was a lot of going back and forth about and some comments, and I don't know how real they were, that the doctors had already approved him to play. And
but
I'm
I don't.
like,
But I'm with
yeah.
him. I have been approved to play many times,
Oh no,
and
I agree. I
just
agree
like
100%. I mean, it's like,
just like Rose,
and
when you're
Kawhi
not
Leonard
right.
was approved to play. He didn't play, right?
Yeah,
Tua
you know
was
when you're
approved to
not right.
play. He shouldn't have played. So, nobody knows your body better than you. So, hey, it is what it is. Daniel Jones, of course, he's day to day. The neck, I think, is still a little sore or whatever. So we may see Tyrod next week.
Oh,
I would like to see
really?
another chance with
For Tyrod?
Tyrod Taylor. That game gave me a damn headache.
Let's get to that
Um,
game later, but let's finish this one right here. We're gonna get back because I have a lot to say about that Tyrod game because I
okay. So,
yeah,
I mean, the other ones that were out there. So we beat these the Cowboys. You think the Cowboys have fully redeemed themselves, or they got a lot more to do?
they got a lot more to do.
Okay, like what?
Definitely got a lot more to do. Like, I mean, they won, but I mean, that wasn't super impressive.
Okay,
I mean, who
from
what
an
we talking
offensive
about?
standpoint, I think the defense played pretty well. From an offensive standpoint,
It's
I mean,
I
they held
like
the
the fact
Chargers
that
to 17 points.
the defense held the Chargers to 17 points,
That's what I said.
but
But the
yeah,
offense, yeah,
still got work to do. And they're not the only ones. I mean, there's a lot of teams that got work to do, but I mean, they're not getting the ball to cook enough. I like the fact that Gallup was getting more into the game, but it's just something. Um, I don't know. I mean, I liked what I saw from Dak better. Dak was he looked a lot more comfortable. He looked more confident than he did last. Oh God, last game, which I was scared. I didn't
mhm,
like what he looked like at all last game. He just looked like life had been sucked out of him. But he did look more confident this week. He looked more on little more in sync with CD. Um,
okay,
uh, which I needed to see. Um, Tony Pollard. eh, I don't know. It's just not.
it's not
There's
all
not
there.
enough. It's
Everybody's
not.
not
Yeah.
gelling yet, and
It's
and
not. Yeah.
surprisingly, because these are guys that have been together for a while, so they should be gelling. They were there
But
last
at
year.
time, that's what I'm saying, and I've seen it this year. We've had moments this year where it's just been perfect. So to see it off now, it's just kind of like, what happened?
Yeah, moments
So
aren't
I
gonna
mean,
get you to the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Moments ain't get you through the playoffs. So you got to get that, find out what's
we
missing,
just what
get that
happened and
sweet
what
spot,
what
and get that
changed and
consistency.
get back to where
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
That's it. But no,
agreed.
we're not. Yeah,
And
we
like I
got work to
said, I
do.
told you at the beginning of the season that the Giants should not have been the measuring stick, and I think that might
You
have
know,
threw them
yeah.
off a little bit. And if it did, then they can recover from that, because that was not the measuring stick. The team that we talk
But
about
a win
every
is
week.
a win.
Hmm?
But a win is a win. So that's a step.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely, absolutely agree. Team I'm always going to talk about every week, and we're not going to cover every team. Um, the Lions. The
Yeah.
Lions, to me,
Yep. Yep.
just watch out, NFC. I mean,
Yeah.
I still don't think some people, some are coming around. I don't think some people want to believe in them. I don't know what they
Well,
have to do, but yeah, I mean, they got an injury with Montgomery, but I just think the Lions are for real. They were for real last year.
Stevie Wonder can see that.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
Jared
I don't know what they in denial about.
and Jared Goff. People speak about the Lions. They've got good position players, but people speak about the Lions like Jared Goff was trash. I don't think Jared Goff was ever trash. I still think the Rams pulled the trigger too quick on Jared Goff.
Hell, I don't know what I mean. We talked about that what 2 podcasts ago when Big Pat was on the show, or Silky P as he liked to be called, whatever. And I said that then. I said I don't know what the hell they was thinking about when they pulled that on. That wasn't Jared Goff fault. What happened in the Super Bowl?
No, that was the coach joking because he wouldn't make a call.
I mean that was just tomfoolery at its finest. I mean, and I still remember when Jared Goff left. He said, "Hell, I'm happy to be somewhere where somebody want me." He
Mm-hmm.
was glad to be over there with Detroit. And look how he turned that team around. Look how that team is turned around that quick. I
Damn,
mean, hell,
they have.
thank you.
Yep. So some of the other games, I'm gonna come back to the Bills game. I was just gonna cap that, but Chiefs Broncos. I mean, I wasn't impressed with either team. Broncos pulled it. I mean, Chiefs pulled it off. wasn't. It was like a boring game, but a win.
I
Like you say, a
have
win is a
I,
win.
I have nothing to say. A win is a win.
The
I mean,
Ravens.
defense again.
Yeah,
Defense again.
yep. The Ravens. Seem like they're turning that corner.
Hmm.
Lamar starting to get in his groove. Harbaugh making some calls, or whoever's making
Thank
some
God.
calls that are right. But it's like let them play. Let them play football. That's
Hmm.
all you need to do is let the Ravens play football. They beat the Titans. Titans is one of those teams, but they beat them. They beat them by one score. So
Yeah,
that's like,
Tannehill.
yeah,
Yeah.
he went out. Falcons and the Commanders.
But I like what I
Um,
see. I like what I see from DeAndre Hopkins now. I mean, I like what like. DeAndre
but he ain't gonna
looks.
go nowhere on that team.
I know
To me, it was
bad
a bad
choice.
decision.
It
He
was
said
bad.
go in and help a team do whatever. Yeah. I mean, he probably should have called Brown. He should have called Brown over in Philly and said, "Hey, why you leave?" An elite quarterback like Brown leaves that team
AJ.
for a reason. For a
Yeah.
reason. So yeah, they were happy to get another receiver in. And speaking of which, talking about receivers getting receivers in. I don't know if you saw it today. Philly signed Julio Jones.
Claude, have mercy.
Julio, I mean, what has Julio done? I honestly thought Julio had retired. And maybe they feel like they need to put him on the practice squad or whatever. I
So
honestly thought he had retired.
I have told you there are um several veteran receivers still out there
Yeah.
that people have forgotten about, and I told you it's a few more out there. There's some Jarvis Landrys. There's a few people. There's a few people out
There's
there that
some
people
veterans,
forgotten about.
but
That's just
you think those are
lingering
veterans that
around.
can impact a team?
I mean, like I think a Jarvis Landry could impact the team. There's a few veterans out there that's waiting for some people to fall out.
Okay.
And Julio's one of them. Julio's a
But
big
on
body.
Philly,
He
who'd have
might.
fall out on Philly? Really?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what they waiting on with that one. Maybe they just. I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know. I
Maybe
don't
they
know
didn't
what
want
that
anybody
one's
else to
about.
get him. Who knows? I don't know. That one didn't make sense to me. But hey, I don't pull the purse strings either.
Maybe why not? Maybe they didn't feel like they had enough after losing to the
Could be.
Browns.
Could be.
Maybe that was something they just felt like, or maybe they don't like the fact that AJ Brown stays in
Stays
Hurt's
whining.
face,
Yeah, we'll see.
whining all the time,
We'll see.
being a diva. Maybe
Could
they didn't
be.
like that.
Could be. Bengals and the Seahawks, 17-13, not an impressive game, but the Bengals, they start off slow every year.
Yeah.
So you never know. And then they starting off slow this year, still winning
Hmm.
some games with Joe Burrow being hurt. That's a team that I keep my eye on.
Yeah, but the Bengals and I mean, yeah, we'll see when they get what their schedule look like.
I
Um,
don't have their upcoming schedule of who they're playing. So I don't have that. We have to just go week by week and see who they're
hmm
playing. But I mean, I don't think that the Seahawks are no walkover. So
no
they played them this Sunday is the 28th. They played the 49ers.
trouble in my
Yeah, so
way.
they play the 49ers, they play the Bills, Texans, Ravens, Steelers, Jaguars. So they don't
That's
have an easy
trouble.
schedule coming up.
That's
They
what
don't
I'm
have an
talking
easy
about.
easy schedule coming up. So we'll see.
We
We'll
gonna
see what
see. We
happens.
gonna see what's about to happen right now
Yeah.
because them Bills and them Niners is
Well,
gonna be getting.
The Niners, I think the Niners are bounce back. The Bills, we can talk about the Bills now. The Bills and the Giants. Bills didn't score for 3 quarters. No
when they
comment.
play them Bengals.
I mean, we ain't talking about the Bengals right now. We talking about the Bills and the Giants from last week.
Well, I mean, they got cheated. Y'all got cheated. I'm
So
gonna be
with
on. I'm
saying
gonna
that,
be.
okay,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched that, and as bad as I hate to admit it, for the first time after years and years of you have been saying that the Giants don't get calls and the Giants don't get the respect, I finally can admit y'all got treated like redhead stepchildren out there on that field. It was actually sad to see. The calls didn't go your way. The dude was pulling people. I mean, it just seemed like they refused to let y'all win that
I
game.
was
Y'all got
surprised they
robbed.
threw the first
Y'all
flag
got
that they
robbed.
did. I was
Y'all got
surprised that they
robbed.
threw the first flag that they did. I'm gonna tell you what upset me most is the ending of the first half. Tyrod Taylor has been around. It's a couple of things, right? So Tyrod
What?
Taylor has been around the league
Too
too
long.
long to make that call,
Too long.
right? So you audible out of it and you audible to a run. Too long.
Yeah.
Saquon was not running well in the first half. Couldn't
Yeah.
get his footing. Couldn't get what was going on. Then
I
what are
was,
you calling? What is the offensive coordinator calling?
but
If
my
you
thing
why do
is,
you call an option? Why don't you have a play? You,
my
Mhm.
thing is, he never should have. He should have, when they went to that. They should have just been like 3 pass and play.
That's
That's
it.
it. 3 passing plays. That's it. What are you even talking about? Don't even. Hey, we gonna throw in 3
You could have
passing
ran.
plays. That's
You could
it.
have ran the same pass and play 3 times. I'd
It
have been
don't
okay,
matter.
and then kick the field goal
And then
if
kick
you
it.
had to.
That's it. It's no other. This don't even bend your ass down there. 3 passing plays. That's it.
I
Don't make
thought
your shit simple.
Dayball. I mean, Dayball was. Let me see what I got in
He
here.
never should have had his.
Dayball
He
was
never
about
should
as
have
red
had
as this
options.
damn case right here, and
Hell, I'm
I know
surprised
he
everybody.
wanted. Yeah.
I'm surprised people got jobs today.
And it leads you. I'm be honest, and I'm not a Danny Dimes fan. I've been wanting Tyrod to get in there, but Tyrod, he did show me a couple of things where he was moving, he was getting the ball. Slayton was getting the ball. Robinson was getting the ball. Waller was getting the ball. You were throwing the ball down there. Then Saquon started running. So everybody wants to say, "Oh, it's because Saquon was back." Blah blah blah. Saquon didn't do anything in the first half, really. So the defense, let's give the defense some props because the Bills did not score for 3 quarters. Let's give the defense some props. They
Mm-hmm.
played a great game. I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting
Mm-hmm.
to think some of those calls may be coming from the booth or the offensive coordinator that Daniel Jones is running, and maybe it's not him, but Daniel Jones cannot be standing there like the Statue of Liberty. You have to move, and that was the difference between him. To me, one of the biggest differences that Tyrod was moving. He was not. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, the offensive line, the O line, the O line." Okay, if I know the O line is bad, then you as a quarterback know your O line has gaps, right? When you got somebody from your O line, I'm gonna let you go. Somebody from your O
No,
line when they're doing the introductions, and he says University of Couch, you're going to get players to
I'm
sit on the couch.
sorry. I'm sorry.
He said, they said somebody said University of Miami. He said University of Couch.
He did, but he cost y'all too because he was rusty from the couch. It was penalties, and he had quite a few of them from the couch.
Which is
It
like
wasn't.
that goes back to the front office. You're going to get people from the house. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody out here that's in better shape than Pew. And I know Pew played with us before and all that stuff, but that's where we are,
Yeah.
Giants.
He actually looked in pretty good shape though from the
Yeah.
couch.
I mean they stay ready. They stay ready, and he didn't he as many bad plays as he had more better plays.
He
So
did.
he
He
was
looked
doing
pretty
stuff like that. But
good from the
Tyrod
couch.
Taylor knew to move. He knew to move. He did make some mistakes. He got
I'm
sacked and all that stuff. But
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
mhm.
this. I'm I I'm not gonna lie. They've paid Danny. He is your guy. Like they've paid him. But I know, seriously know in my heart that Dayball saw way more better in Tyrod than he saw in Danny out there on that field. It's no way he didn't. Like I know
We're
he didn't.
stuck. You paying that guy $40 million a year,
You
$80 million
paid him
guaranteed.
and
You're
he's
gonna
your
pay him for at
guy,
least 2 years before you let him go.
but they were marching up the field and the shit just simply looked better
They did.
with
They
Tyrod.
marched up the field,
They
got to the
marched
red
up the
zone, and we
field
saw. And then
and they got to the red zone. Y'all had ample opportunities to score. You just didn't score. And I'm like, what are y'all running the ball? I mean, literally, Saquon was trying to run slew-footed. He couldn't even plant. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Like they're just bad play. Like, I don't know what y'all
Or
are doing.
taking
Y'all
sacks or taking penalties. We're getting penalties in the red zone, just kept backing us up. But it did show that we can move the ball down the field. There was a couple of guys made some beautiful catches that got
yeah,
called back. You know,
he was
illegal
dropping that
man.
joint in
Yeah,
there.
right. Ineligible man downfield, like dumb stuff. So you clean that stuff up. You work with it. If it gets another week, I think if Tyrod gets another week in there, we may see
Y'all gonna
improvements.
win a game
And
if Tyrod get
we
another week.
need to get this win because it's against the Commanders. So we need to
I
win
just
against the
don't
Commanders.
believe that. I don't believe that Danny is gonna let Tyrod get another game. Danny gonna go out. Danny ain't crazy. Danny gonna go out there if he got to have one of them old school joints where he got the thing in the back. He going out there. Danny ain't finna go out there. Let Tyrod go out there again.
We'll see. We'll see. May not be. It may. I
Another
mean, what
week
they were
of
saying
snaps.
today is that it's really not up to him at this point because the neck is not. It's not healed or whatever. You know, he just
Dude,
had that surgery, so we'll
another
have to
week of
see.
snaps. Tyrod gonna actually look like he can play, and he won't be out there rusty and making dumb ass mistakes no more. He'll be out there looking straight up like he was finna look before them charges before they punctured his lungs.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yep.
telling you.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's jump
Let's go
on
and hit
to
it.
let's
See
so
the
we got some
predictions.
week 7. You know, we can go through the whole week 7, but I want to spend time.
Yeah.
These are the top 4 for me.
All right, let's
Left to right, right to left. I don't care. Pick one. Let's start with it.
Chief Chargers.
Okay.
That what you want to say? Chief Chargers.
Chief Chargers.
After watching the Chargers, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. They'll figure out a way. Chargers didn't impress me without Mike Williams. They just don't look as good. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. They'll figure it out.
Look sharp there at certain times. The Chargers defense, and then they fell off. You have no concerns about the offense of the.
I like the Chiefs defense better than I like the Chargers, and I think the Chiefs defense will be the difference in the game.
Okay.
Lil Pat will figure something out, get just enough. Him and Kelsey figure that out, just enough to beat them.
Okay.
Yeah, go
All
on
right.
Chiefs.
All right. I can't argue with that one. Who you got next?
What we got? What you got up there? Eagles.
Pick anybody.
And
Dolphins, Eagles. Let's go. Dolphins, Eagles.
Dolphins.
Okay, and the Eagles are favorite.
Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins.
Yeah, and tell me why.
I got Tyreek doing the food this week coming up.
Okay.
I got him out there. Nobody on I got nobody on the Eagles stopping Tyreek. I got Tyreek going for 2 touchdowns on the Eagles. I got him dancing. I got him throwing up the deuces. I got them thinking they gonna hold him. I got Waddle having a good day. I just got Tua doing I got him just going to town.
I agree.
I got him having
if that line can hold up, Waddle and Tyreek both are gonna. It's not just gonna be Tyreek because they're gonna double Tyreek, which means wow, you can't double them both.
And let me tell you, and he's still gonna get his.
Yeah, you can't double them both. The secondary, I mean, the Dolphins defense is pretty good. They can get at some folks. I think it's gonna be an interesting game. I was very surprised to see that the Eagles were favorite. Maybe that's because of their loss this week. They don't think they'll get back-to-back losses. Not sure, but I just Miami right now is my number 1 team. That's my number 1 team.
They are my number 1 team as well.
Yeah, so that's and the Eagles, even though the Eagles were undefeated, they were still not my number 2 team. So my number 2 team is Detroit.
It's actually for me, it's Miami. It's Miami, the 49ers. I got Miami and the 49ers is my 1 and 2.
I got Miami and Detroit is my 1 and 2. All right, so the next game let's talk about the Ravens and the Lions.
I'm going with the Lions.
Okay. It's gonna be a tricky game because the Ravens have been progressing, but I'm still going with the Lions on that one. I think it's gonna be a close game. I just haven't seen that explosiveness from the Ravens to say, but I've seen it from the Lions. I mean, the Lions lost 1 game to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me. I'm sorry, not to the Chiefs. They went in and they beat the Chiefs, and so the Lions have only lost 1 game, and people are still kind of looking past them, talking about other teams. So I'm like, I I don't understand that. And I just like the coach and that energy from the coach. It transcends to the team, and
Mm-hmm.
they're playing good football. The 49ers and the Vikings.
49ers.
Yeah,
Jefferson is on IR, and they need him
they do.
badly.
He was throwing the ball to some other people.
Yeah, they got Osborne, Addison. They got a lot of people on the team. They got good players on their team, but Justin Jefferson and Hawkinson is the team, and without Justin Jefferson, they're just not enough.
Yeah, and then the talks. I don't know how much is creeping into Cousins' head about being traded, about this,
And that's
about
what I'm
that.
saying. Exactly. And that's the wrong. And it's not like then they watch quarterback. That's not the guy that you put doubt in his head. This is the dude that goes home and actually runs every play that everything that he did wrong. And then you out here talking about shopping him off to the highest bidder. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's not the person. So he's out there going out there giving 100%, and he's in the back of his head. He's thinking every throw I mess up, they're gonna trade me. It's
yeah,
not the person to do that to.
yeah,
So hell, they basically are pretty much guaranteeing his failure by just throwing it out there. Hey, dude, we don't want you.
yeah. I
So
agree.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I mean, I agree. I don't like. And you know me, I'm not a Cousins fan, right? I said I'm not. Excuse me. I'm never
And I
saying that
am
I'm
a
not a fan.
Cousins fan.
I just don't think he's the guy. I don't believe he's the guy to get him there. I mean, he had a great season last year, and they were like, "You're up here on him," and then all of a sudden it's like, boom, and
Yeah,
then it's like, they say,
they drew
words
Cousins
like, are they
wrong.
tanking to get, Williams? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? I'm like, come on, man.
Dude,
Yeah. So I don't know. They've got some things
he
to
doesn't
do.
deserve it.
Yeah. But
They're treating him wrong.
those are our top four games. We're not going to go through every game in
Yep.
the in the league or whatever. So those are our top games. One thing that's been sticking with us, Tanisha, what's the difference in these two pictures?
Um, they're both scary. There's nothing different. Nothing. They're exactly the same. Same images. No, nothing. Both of them scare everybody.
They scare the
Boo.
fans. They scare the children. They scare the
Yeah,
players.
if you ride down the road and you see both of them on the side of the road, you swerve. Both of them around Halloween. Then you just dress as a rep. Everybody be like, ah.
Right. Right. Do
Both
not
of them.
dress up as an NFL official because
Yeah,
then you
that
look like a
might
clown. I
that might
am
be the
so
scariest costume this year for Halloween. Shit, it
I'm
might
so
go
tired
viral.
of and not just because of what happened to the Giants, but it's like, my God, you guys
Dude,
get
they're
paid
horrible.
to make calls. Make the call.
Dude, they're
Like,
horrible.
and here's the thing, I'm not making the call like from my couch after it happened. I'm seeing it when it happened. So how are you on the field not seeing it? And so many games they've decided. I go back to the Broncos and
Dude, they
Commanders
done
game
messed up this
when they
whole
were going for a
season.
2-point conversion, and the man was like 10 feet away from his shirt that was being held, and it's like, no, it's like, do I got a plane to catch.
Dude, I done seen him go out there and know the call is wrong and be like, game over. Game over. Like what?
Right.
Dude, get out there and do something. Save somebody.
Or
It
you
is
see
game.
5 flags go out on the field, and then the official comes over say, there's no foul on
There's no
the
foul on the play.
play.
Which I've changed my mind. There's no foul on the play.
There's no
Pick
foul on the
all
play.
pick all them up, y'all.
Right, right.
There's no
We were
foul
just
on the
It
play.
was just a drill. It was
We
only
were
a drill.
practicing. We were practicing. Everybody
Right.
get y'all stuff up. We were practicing.
It's amazing to me, and then these guys, some of them that are up in the booth, the retired experts. I mean, the only one I like to hear whether he's wrong or right is Gene, because he's funny. Ever since Gene took that damn index card and put it down on the field when he was trying to measure for a first down. I was like, oh yeah, he's like whatever. But these other guys, like Macaulay, tried to explain that play, and he was
Mm-hmm.
like, when he first started off running, he was holding him there, but as the play progressed, did it really hurt him because the ball was high in the air? And I'm like, dude, really? You trying to explain that? If somebody is holding your jersey, like I wanted to say, dude, let somebody hold your shirt and you jump up in the air.
Yeah.
You
It's not gonna
can't.
work out. It's not gonna work out.
You can't.
It's not gonna work out.
It would say, but what
It's
is
not
it?
gonna work out.
There's no
Game
foul
over.
on the play. That's
But
that's
hold up.
how they should just end the games if they're close and be like, there will just make a statement. There will be no fouls on any plays.
No, it's sad though, because it really is sad, because it was almost like he was like, I don't know if I should have called the other one, but I
Right. I
definitely
can't
won't be
call two.
calling another one.
It
It's like, I don't
was
know.
like somebody was in the say, can't call two. You call one already. You
It's
used
like,
up your one.
we want to go home. Don't do that
Right. You
again.
used up
It's
your
like,
one. This
what?
could prolong the game.
Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
For a play.
it's,
Because it was a play, one play.
yeah,
You
it
know,
was
it wasn't
bad.
the greatest play that they called either, but still, nonetheless, everybody in America
But the
love home.
sad thing about it is when they go to commercial break, so you can't see it again.
It's like
Like,
the
we don't.
NFL makes a call. Don't show that. Don't show that.
They were like, it's time
Don't show
for
that.
another.
But
It's time for another Patrick or Kelsey commercial. We gotta do something.
because those are the only commercials you're seeing.
Right? Subway. Subway for long.
Oh
Gotta
my
do something
God.
right now.
Yeah, so
Yes,
that
Lord.
that you know me, I was screaming. I was pissed off because I thought we had a chance to win a game. And I'm like, if we're gonna lose a game, I want to lose a game. I want to lose it fair, just like any other fan. Don't want the
Yeah.
officials
I
deciding the
felt
game.
bad for y'all.
Yeah. And when people
I
say,
did.
"Oh, it happens all through," it does. It does happen. There are calls, bad calls all through the game. But we know that everybody is keyed in on that last play of the game. It's like, come on, man, how the cojones? Go ahead and make that call, and it'll make it. So
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
yeah. And
Can
what
you,
I
can you
wanted,
do
I
it for
mean,
me one more time? There's what? There's no
no
foul on the
foul
play.
on play on play. That's what he said. There's no
No
foul on
foul on
play.
the play.
But but he's like, he be looking like he get him like, hey, y'all pick them up real quick.
Right. Pick all up.
No foul.
Pick up all
There's no
11
foul.
flags, please. There's no foul on the
There's no
play.
foul on play. But
All right.
I'm
So
gonna
we
tell you,
also have. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no. What I see, I always like to run right to X, so I can see the hate.
Oh, if you go, yeah, if you go to X, aka Twitter, if you go to
Yes,
X, aka Twitter, they're gonna show. I don't even know what these people are doing because I watched that play in slow motion about 50 times because
yes.
somebody had it in slow motion, and whoever it was, they were commentating saying what was going on. They were like, "Look at the
X
hold
will.
here. Look at the hold here. He
It's
look, his
like
hands
X
are under
gonna
his
give
shoulder
it to you.
pads. Is this? Is that? It's like, come on." And I
Yes,
guess they're
Lord.
waiting, and the officials on the field are like, I mean, because at one point they showed, I don't even know what game it was, maybe it wasn't that game, but they showed those
Mm-hmm.
guys in New York that were
Yeah.
making the calls, and I'm like, it was that game for a play that they had to make earlier in New York, and I was like, them guys look like they just got up from drinking coffee. We're like, oh, somebody's showing the camera in here, we got to get up and do something. So it's
No.
bad. The officiating gets
I don't understand how it used to be better than this.
It,
It's like
I don't know if
or
it's
the
the instant replay that they keep showing and showing, and you can see it. And I get it. There are things they're gonna miss in real time, but like we still don't know what the catch is.
but
Did it?
what my thing is, they replay the stuff that they should. I mean, they don't even replay the stuff that they really should replay. Like, you can't replay certain stuff, and then it's like, oh well, they can't replay that, even though we know it's wrong, we know it's bad, we know, but and then we try to make up a call. I mean, did y'all see? I mean, I'm sorry, the whole Josh Allen one where he didn't get the hit. They did roughing the passer. It was a complete miss. It felt so bad they had to yank him off the field, do a fake concussion
Concussion. Yeah,
protocol on him,
yeah.
took him off the field. Dude didn't even get hit. So he down there going to concussion protocol, and they don't missed him. I'm
Because
like,
he hit his
Lord
head.
have
Yeah, he hit
mercy.
his head hard on the ground, but nobody touched him. But he went through. Yeah, it's so it's not.
Josh
I'm
running,
not gonna say it's
Josh
laughable
speed,
because
he running through the tunnel and he just running hard, like trying to
over
hurry
to the
up and get
tent,
in
yeah,
there.
and then run back,
So
run back out there. Nobody did.
I was
You
like,
didn't. You didn't do
Lord
a
have mercy.
protocol on anything. It's just like let's go in the tent, do what we gotta do, and then come out of the tent. So it's just ridiculous.
It was
But
sad.
yeah,
Well,
we'll. I don't
all
know.
right.
Hopefully it gets better. All right, we're gonna switch up a little bit before we. I'm sorry. Let me put that back on there. We're gonna switch up a little bit before you got, had to get the big picture of them.
Yeah, clowns.
All right. What we have coming up too is we have the
Liberty.
yep, the
L-
Liberty and the Aces WNBA championship coming up. Still going. So the Liberty, excuse me, the Aces are up 2-1. The Liberty took their home game.
yes.
Chelsea,
Hurt.
Chelsea Gray and Kia Stokes, two starters are out.
Hurt.
That's a scary thing. I don't know how you overcome that.
Well,
Two starters.
looks like
And
Patrick is gonna win another one.
yeah, he might be right. Unless they come, it's got to go back to Vegas. It's got to go back
Mm,
to Vegas. I mean, you still have Asia Wilson, you still have Plum, you still have Jackie Young, and you got some bench players, some porters to come in there. The thing is, the Ace to me, the Liberty bench ain't deep either. So if you can go and you can match up with that, because there are people that have not been hurting you, but you, I mean, Kia Stokes does stuff where folks aren't paying attention, right? Right. She does the
mm-hmm.
intangibles. So she
Okay.
ain't putting up 10, 15 points a game. She getting rebounds. She's playing defense, stuff like that. She'll block a few shots here and there. She's that team player. And she can shoot. Like that, which showed the
Mm-hmm.
first game when she got out there and hit those 3-pointers. Me, I'm a UConn fan, so I know she can shoot. I
Mm-hmm.
followed her since then. She could shoot, but she's out. So you take her and Gray out, you take two starters out. That's tough.
That's trouble.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it comes back to Vegas and they have enough time, because there's enough time in between games. So they don't play till tomorrow night. Then they got to fly back to Vegas. I don't think they play again until Sunday. So Saturday or yeah, probably Sunday. And if that's the case, then whatever's going on with Gray maybe can be
Mm-hmm.
fixed in the same thing. If that's fixed, then you got a game 5, exciting game 5.
Maybe.
I'm you know where I am. I love players on both of those teams. I just would love for the New York Liberty to get something for home.
Yeah.
Let's hang a banner. It's been a while. So
Yeah.
was a Liberty fan since the league started. So that would be nice. But I love, as you can see, I love the W.
Mm-hmm.
I love the
Yeah, I
W. I
know
love
you do.
players all over the league.
I know you do.
Yep.
I know you
So
do.
yep. So what
Liberty, liberty.
talk to me. What you got? What's your closing thoughts for the week as you take a sip?
Um, I really don't have anything that's jumping out at me. I'm gonna be watching some baseball, basically. Be watching some of these baseball games.
Who you got?
My, I mean,
Whenever
anything
I ask
tech,
that question, it's
anything,
always like,
any.
go ahead.
I'm going for anything Texas, baby. Anything Texas, you know
Okay.
that. I don't care.
Philly's looking impressive to move on to the World Series. I mean,
Anything
they were
Texas.
there, before. Um, I mean, but shit, you got Astros between the Astros and the Rangers. I mean, that's Texas, Texas.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
Texas
Anything
versus Texas.
Texas.
Who but one of
If
them,
that's Rangers, baby,
both of them can't go to the World Series.
I would say Rangers all day long because
You go
Pat played for the Rangers. So.
okay. Fair enough. I'd like to see the Rangers and the Phillies. I'm mad at the Astros for beating up on us a couple of years in a row, my Yankees.
So
So,
I would definitely go
and
with
they
the Rangers
same
on that.
record, 90-72, 90-72. So do the Phillies, 90-72. So, we'll see. But I'm going Phillies. I'm going Phillies, Rangers. That's who I would like to see. And
Yeah.
we'll see what happens there. Um, that's all you got for me.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
My closing thoughts. We watched, and I couldn't get a video of it to see. Maybe I'll get a video of it for next time. But if you didn't see it, look for Marshawn Lynch and Patrick Mahomes, and
Oh
what they
Lord.
call, it's a segment that it comes on Thursday night before the game, and it came on Thursday night. Got good
Yes,
traction,
Lord.
in your town, and they were at the Negro Baseball Museum in Kansas City. So it was fun and it was educational. So check that out. That was good. But as far as my closing thoughts, I'm back on the same thing that I was on until we can get it, and I pray that we can get it. We need peace, people. This killing,
Oh
this war, and
yes,
all this other
Lord.
stuff is just it's horrible. It's heartbreaking. So check on your friends, check on your loved ones, be safe,
Goodness.
and just pray for peace. I pray for peace. So
Yes.
I mean, I know Tanisha, I say it, but I know you feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it also. So as we
Yes.
always say, like until next time, people, please remember, be kind and be blessed. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to Two Gems and a Mic. Be sure to subscribe and follow. Until next time, remember, be kind, be blessed. Peace.